So the books I picked out to show you right now are some of the books that I've just had the most fun reading with my kids. So these are like my top fun books. They kind of are all different too, which I love. So the first ones I'm going to show you are for babies. This is the baby's first bus book. It's really cute, bright pictures, bright colors, simple text. This is really great for any little baby. And then my favorite part about it is it has wheels, so it actually moves, which makes it really fun for babies because it's a little bit more interactive. This is a really cute book. This is called I Can Count, and it's actually 9 mini books inside. We have a few different topics that are similar to this, but it's so cute because they're the perfect size for little baby hands. They come out, they're a really thick board book, really basic concept of learning these numbers. And the best part is they can play with them. So not only are they get to read, but it's a little toy too. And I love that it comes in this box because then you can keep them all together and it's a great set. It's magnetized over there so it stays shut too, which is really good. Some of my favorites for toddlers and preschoolers. This one, definitely. This one's called Muddle and Match. There are 6 different types of ones, but they're so fun because what you do is you open it up and you're actually going to make a little character. They have all these different scenes and these different types of adventure people that go on all these different journeys, and you can make up your own story with them. Or over here is a little story that's made up full of phonics sounds, and so it's repetitive sounds. It's so fun. It's such a great book. It's only $8.99. It's such a great deal, and it's very, very sturdy. Another good preschool book for preschool age anyways is this book called There's a Mouse About the House. So this little mouse comes out, and what you have your little child do is they follow along the trail of the mouse. And it's a story about him going through the house searching for food. So they follow the dotted line as you read the story, and each page has a little slot in it that the mouse comes out and goes through. There's some flaps in here. There's a cute little story about him trying to hide from the cat while he's searching. You can buy replacement little mouses, or there's this pattern back here that you can draw and make your own mouse if you ever lose it, so that's really good to have. My favorite book for older kids is this A Year in My Life. It's actually a creative journal. So what they do is every day they write down something that they're prompted. They also can draw whatever it says to do. I mean, this one says, draw the best pizza you've ever had. Or this one, it says, make up a word that describes today. They're very simple. They're not complex at all. Just something to get them to use their imagination and be creative. And it's such a fun keepsake, I would think, to have when they're all finished with that. If your kids like sound books or any music type of books, I highly recommend this first book about the orchestra. My son loves music, and so he loves instruments, and one thing that I really like about these musical books that we have is there's actually an on and off switch on the back, so you can turn that off whenever you need to. But what's so cool is there's actually buttons on every page. So instead, we have some that have the buttons on the side, but I really like the ones that are in it because it makes it more part of the book. And this one goes through the different sounds of the orchestra, and then at the end shows them all playing together, and you can actually scan this and hear the whole piece, the composition, which is really cool. Another great one for maybe some early learners are these big books. This one in particular is the Big Book of Big Dinosaurs. And what's so great and interactive about this is it's big. I mean, what's the cool part is it folds out all these great facts and informations about these dinosaurs. And there's so many things that you can look at that fold out. I mean, it goes this way, that way. There's so many different topics of these big books, and it's just a fun new way to introduce some nonfiction. If your kids are into any of like the search and find books, we have quite a few of those. This one is meant more toward preschoolers or even babies or, early learners, and it's the very first book of Things to Spot. The books are a little bit thicker, so they're not going to rip them out. It's also that the corner's not there, it's a little bit curved, so it's not sharp or anything, but as you can see, it's a little bit simpler look and find. At home, who's wearing a bow? Where's the cat? Who's got the red collar? So it's a cute little story in here, little things to find. You can peek through and see. It's really, really fun to do, and they love it. So another fun one that I just got is this book called Story Path. And what it is it's all about teaching about how to tell a story. So what you do is, it's kind of like a maze, and you get to pick your own. So you start at the beginning, and you start here. It shows you kind of how it works in here. But you start here and say, once upon a time there lived a, and you get to follow your finger and pick something. It's really fun, huh? So what you do is, like, if you pick the tiger, so then you go to the next page and ask, you know, who did you choose? What was their name? What did they look like? Where did they live? And then you keep going, and through this whole book, they tell this whole story of things that they get to pick, things that, you know, where they get to go, what they get to wear, different things like that. So they make up their own story, which is really fun. And then the last book I have to show is this big book of colors. I think this is the prettiest illustrated book we have. Not only does it teach the colors in here, but it's a little bit thicker pages as well. But it kind of goes into different topics of colors. Has this color wheel in here, has these beautiful pictures of the things that they're going to see in all the different colors, has some really great facts about the colors, and then at the end it has this really fun page that is actually changing of colors, and so you can kind of see when you start mixing colors what they look like. And it ends with, of course, all the colors in the tree. So I hope that these books seem fun for you. Me and my kids have really enjoyed it. You want to read that one? Okay, you read that one. As you can tell, we love these books. They're so fun, and I really hope you guys enjoy them. Thanks for watching.